What up, y'all? Roger Real Deep Cool coming at you this morning on the way to work. Must be getting warm from starting to wear these dips right here, you know what I'm saying? My sunglasses on, man. I got in late last night. I'm kind of bagging, you know what I mean? Biggie bagging. So I'm just figured out, my man, I got an interesting reply yesterday on one of my pages. I think it was on my Roger Artist page, which was kind of crazy because a lot of people know that pretty much my social page, just to chill and talk, is really the Roger Be Smelling Good Holloman page. And then I have a few other pages, you know, just to push my other entities, which is my Roger page, which is the artist page. And then I have the Roger page, I have the Real Deep Cool Smell Good Society and More page. I have the Hollow Media Group LLC page, and I have a Rock the House Studio page. So I got a couple pages, and you know, from time to time I breeze by. People will leave me messages saying they like my situation, and you know, I'm always liking people's stuff. I think but I don't push my stuff out there. I'm not sure. I think you can promote your page. There's this thing called promote your page. I'm not paying $5 a day to promote my page. You know what I mean? I just do what I got to do, folks. I can't hustle, y'all. You know, if you find out about me, you find out about me. I know this world is big, and I know the product that I'm peddling is music, and that should be easily, should have the capability of crossing over all genres, all people, all everything. But, you know, if I just don't have time to do that. That's so many other things to do, you know what I mean? Like live life and enjoy my job, and that's the main thing. But you know, if I can get something for music, that's cool too. I met I'm gonna get back to my man, his query. I met this young lady last night. She's part of the thing called Limu, Limu. So I'm just gonna shout that out for her. She kind of explained it to me, but again, something that, I mean, wow, from what I understand, is potential of making a lot of money. It reminds me of 5 links in a way, but you know, she would convince me that it's not. And I know how the 5 links thing works, and I'm just not into hustling people to do something, building this pyramid of people so I can get paid. I mean, like I said, there's too many things I have to do right now, so I can't do it. But if y'all want to look into it, her name is Olivia, and I'll give you her last name if y'all really ask. I don't want to put it over like this. And she kind of runs this Limu thing, where she's very involved with this Limu thing. So you may want to check that out if you're looking to make some extra money a month. I do, but oh man, I gotta do this. I got music, I got the job. Come on now. So anyway, my man left a query, which is to say, man, why don't you talk about dating, man? I wish I could pull it up now, but I can't because I'm talking to y'all. It was something about dating. He was like, and it was about something else. I don't know, was it fragrances? I know it was about dating. And he was saying he lives in Europe, and he was like, it's kind of hard for him. Oh, he was like, how to get along with when you're a person of color and when you live in a vicinity where there's all European. And I guess he moved there, whatever the situation is. I doubt if he lived there because he didn't know how to do it by now, I guess. But he lives there. And like I said, I don't know how he got there. So I said, well, look, as far as the dating thing and meeting women, it's really not hard to do. I mean, I used to be a guy who was very shy to walk up on a woman. Now I'm a guy that I just don't walk up on any woman because I have a standard, you know? And if I just want to meet a woman to be a friend, then I can just meet a woman to be a friend. If I see a woman I may want to get involved with in another level, then I look for that woman. In other words, that's qualities of, you know, is she cute? Is her feet out? Can I see them feet, them toes? You know, stuff like that. Stuff that, the surface stuff that means a lot to me, because I want to wake up to somebody every morning that's pleasing to look at. And I want to be pleasing to look at too. I hope I am. And I also want to make sure somebody got some money. You know what I mean? Make sure she handling some loot. Man, there's a lot of things that I would be interested in a woman. And you know, coming up on them, I don't know whether they possess any of that. So he wants to know, how would I do it? And again, is not to put yourself in a vulnerable state, because women can smell vulnerability. You know how it's like dogs and this is not to equate women with dogs, but you know, and lions and tigers, all that. You know, they can smell fear. Women can smell fear. They can smell when you pushing up on them, and you ain't quite got your muscle up. You know, they'll just look at you like, because you're not coming in with confidence. Now, there's a difference between confidence and arrogance, of course, but you gotta go up there with confidence, but also knowing that she's on the choosing block too, because women will have you think that they are the prize, and then that negates you being the prize. When you have to make sure you value yourself as being the prize first before you step to any woman that you think you want to engage in with a long-term situation. Now, like I said, if you just want to be friends with somebody, which is what you got to do with any woman, of course you got to develop a friendship. You always hear, well, I just want to be friends first. Of course you can. This love at first sight thing is just a myth. It does not happen, because basically, I'm not gonna love somebody who don't have a job and who not cute and pretty feet and, you know, nice body and all that stuff. No, I'm not in it for that. Those are friends. Those are friends. Women that are cute, fine, you know, blah, 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 you know, whatever you want to call the rating system, dimes or whatever. Those are the women I want to get at. They're the women I'm going to come at. But that does not mean by any stretch of the imagination or in a literal sense, any sense of purpose, that they the one. They could be the worst. And that's the hardest thing about meeting women and women meeting men. The challenge for a man is not to stay in your lane, in a sense. Now, what takes you out of your lane as a man? So you have an out when it comes to a man that you can come out of the lane. It's money. I hate to say it, but that is the thing. There are a lot of gold diggers out here that'll just gold dig you and tell you, yeah, well, I like you, and string you along, and in the meantime, you buying flowers, taking them out to dinner, whatsoever, and they probably got somebody else on the side, or they may just want to be using you for the time being until they find that dude, that real dude. But, they say how women, women don't look at looks and all that stuff, and they look at, blah, blah, blah. That's bull crap. That is bull. Ain't nobody, on a real, on a straight up one-on-one, we making the same kind of money. It's a different story. Now, if you're a basketball player and you ugly as dirt, but you making $4.5 million a year, then you're cute. Period. And everybody know it. All these housewives of Atlanta, New York, whatever, they ain't nothing but gold diggers. Because if them boys didn't have no loot, if they had no loot, keep it real, they wouldn't even mess with them boys. And the fact of the matter is, they know them boys when they go on the road and whatever, they know they knocking off women. They know that. And with them even knowing that, they know, that's part of the situation. So now back to you as being a normal guy stepping up to a woman. It's like, well, if you handling and you dressed and you got it going on and, your weight is kind of together, you're not, you taking care of yourself, like it look like you taking care of yourself or whatever, and you got a job, then women in that lane should be good for you. But now, if you don't have a job and you're not busy, then you shouldn't even be looking for no woman. All right? Now, I think my man said he was a college student. All right, so if you're a college student, and because I've never been one, but I've been in the Navy, which is not really equivalent to being a college student, but it was equivalent to moving away from my comfort zone and going somewhere that I ain't know anybody. But at a particular point in my life, I consider myself an ugly duckling. I don't consider myself a beauty king right now either, but I'm just saying. So I had to adjust. So all those people that I was meeting, females on that tip, I was just trying to find somebody who was average. I wasn't trying to find, Miss Dime Piece and try to sway her because I had a job. I was in the Navy and I was making money and blah, 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 blah. I wasn't. Anyway, I wasn't even about that. I was trying to find a companion, somebody to hang out with, somebody, I could chill with, blah, 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 because I know being in the Navy, I was going out to sea a lot. Well, not a lot, but every year I went out to sea, and I'll be gone for 3 to 6 months at a time, depending on what the service was at the time. So, you know, it was like, yo, that's what that was. So I wasn't trying to find nobody that was, you know, a dime piece per se. I was just trying to find somebody I can hang with, whatever, and we can chill and, you know, do what an 18-year-old do. You know what I mean? Which is, you know, try to do that yah-yah from time to time with somebody who's safe. Nowadays, in colleges, you know, it's really just, you should really just focus on college. You should focus on getting grades, man, because, you know, it just takes one woman to, like, mess your whole grade. It take a man to mess up a woman's grades. You know, take a man to get a woman pregnant, a woman to get pregnant, mess up your whole college career. So, my friend, I would say to you, if you're in college and you just want to chill, and you should just want to chill and just work on, you know, studying and doing what you have to do that. And then just find somebody you want to be a partner with. You know what I mean? You don't need to find your college sweetheart, your high school sweetheart in college. You know, you're there to learn. You're there to do what you got to do. But with that in mind, if you take on that and say, okay, that's what I'm going to do, then look for somebody who's going to be a companion. Don't try to look for that super love, I love you, after 3 days, oh, I love you. Don't look for that. Leave that alone. You don't need that. You need to study. Then once you get out of college, you making that major loot, man, I'm telling you, it don't matter. You can step into any woman you want, Lord, you got loot. Jay-Z looks like crumbs. I met Jay-Z myself. I think I look a little better than Jay-Z. I ain't trying to be conceited, but I think I got a better, like, look. And I'm 100 years old. So, and look who you ended up with. How you ended up with Beyonce? Well, that's a whole nother story I can tell y'all about, but y'all got to research that yourself. How does that happen? You know what I mean? Because, you know, I don't know. I only know a few guys in Hollywood amongst the elite money makers, because once they start making enough money, you really have your marriages arranged and your relationships arranged, actually. And usually with somebody who's in the business, because they don't want you with somebody normal. The people in Hollywood and music industry and stuff like that. They don't want you with anybody normal. So you got to marry somebody who's in the business, so you keep the money in the business. They want to capitalize on as much money as they can. If Jay-Z married a plain Jane woman, then that woman she ain't gonna want to work. Look what happened to Tiger too. You know what I mean? They ain't want Tiger to have any more money anyway. That's the reality. Tiger probably paid not to win. He probably get more money not to win because they don't want him to win another Masters. They don't want him to break Nicklaus's record. They don't want him to do none of that stuff. But anyway, like everybody been talking about, especially every comedian of color talks about it. Tiger has been playing golf all his life. Now imagine Tiger meeting this honey. This honey was a babysitter, I think, or something like that. She wasn't even in the system. She ain't had no money. He go, oh, how you doing? What's her name? Ellen, whatever her name was. How you doing? Now, he ain't messing with no sisters, which is, all right, I'm not even going to talk about that. So anyway, he went where he thought the creme de la creme was, somebody who wasn't going to take his money if something happened and wasn't going to bug him to death about where he is and all that stuff. She will understand because she come from an ilk that knows when it comes to making money, you got to let your boy make money. You can still be faithful to him. Whereas, you know, other people don't quite work that way. Anyway, now, he didn't womanize enough. Tiger Woods didn't play the field enough. He was too busy playing golf or whatever. You know, he might give him a little yamin on the side from time to time. But when he met Ellen, he went all in on this woman. He went all in on this broke woman. And look what happened. $100 million out of his pocket. Now, for him, $100 million. I mean, for me, $100 million is my life. For him, $100 million is less than the $7 million that he had. But the fact of the matter is, he walked up to that woman at some time. You know, he met her somewhere. Ain't nobody arranged for him to be with her. Not unless, I mean, I don't know. I can't even say, I'm not going to say that. But somebody had to say, well, Tiger say, well, I met this girl named Ellen. And he had to run it past managers. Like, he had to. When you're making that much money, you got to answer to somebody. Because that money can come to you and be taken from you in no time. You can see he ain't won nothing in a long time, has he? So, use that as your guiding post in what I told you. Think about rich super guys who end up hooking up with women who don't have anything. Then think about dudes who ain't got anything that end up with women who have stuff. Think about how many you know in Hollywood. Exactly. So, now, here comes the dealio. You being an average guy, maybe, and I'm just saying everybody, an average, like myself, average guy, and you meet a woman. And you meet a woman that's a little bit above, a notch above what you may think is a notch above you. She may be making a little bit more money. She may be a little bit cuter, whatever. You know, whatever it is, you know, she doing the thing. And, you know, she meeting people of her ilk all the time, all day. Because that may be where she works. Let's just say, for instance, she's a lawyer. All right? Now, I meet this woman who's a lawyer. Now, I'm just a regular union employee dude. I don't make lawyer money, right? I don't have that kind of loot. I know she meeting lawyers all day long who make the loot that she making. But see, the fact of the matter is she don't want to be with the dudes who making the kind of money that she making because they ain't going to give her no respect. They're going to be like, B, how you going to tell me what I need to do? Are you kidding? You have to lost your mind. I'm making loot. But if she gets somebody who's not making loot, then she could just say, well, baby, make sure you home. Make sure when I get home, there's that, you know, because she may not want you to work. She may want you to be a houseboy. I don't know. But what I'm saying to you is, if you happen to meet somebody who's making more money than you, whatever, then you got to think about what position you want to be in when you meet that kind of person. I mean, because you don't want to find out that this person just going to actually trying to boss you around because she holding the cards. And never move in with a woman. Ever move yourself in a house with a woman. Always have your own. If you want to move in with her like that, but you still got your house or your apartment, whatever, that's fine. Make sure I throw that in. But never move in a house with a woman. Never. Never sell your stuff, move in a house with a woman. Never do that. And women ain't going to do it either. All right? It's a complex situation out here, my man, when it comes to this dating thing and trying to meet somebody. But again, if you come into it looking at it as, I'm just trying to meet somebody just to chill with, then take it that way. And you'll be a little bit more loose when you're meeting any woman because nobody cares if a woman tell them no. Because then when you be on the come up, I can tell you, fact, a woman will turn you down. When she see you on the come up with somebody else, she'll come back. But I don't want you there anyway. But that's how that go. So don't, if a woman tell you no, I don't think it's the right time. Don't even worry about it. It might have been a good time and a good reason why that happened. And thank goodness it did. Because she could end up being just the worst of your life. You know what I mean? So I would definitely not even sweat. So walk up to whoever you think you want to walk up to, but walk up to a woman with casualness. Like I said, don't walk up to her like, oh, she's such a dream, and and she looks great, and she's like a woman I would want to be with. Don't do that. All right? Now I'm gonna give you another secret, and this is not really a secret. It's just that no dudes are gonna tell you this. Really, this secret is only really for dates. This information is only for dates. And women, this may sound gross to you, but whatever. Because y'all Negroes play with your little twiddly diddly dumb from time to time, and so do dudes. So that's the reality. Homeboy, the best thing to do to keep you in grip, I can't believe I'm here this early and I don't have not one parking spot is open. Unbelievable. This is crazy. The thing to do, y'all, and I'm gonna tell you this, you gotta make it easy on yourself. Just make it easy on yourself before you go out. What it does, it takes out all that anticipation. It takes out all that stress. I'm talking about like a planned date. Definitely. My man said, rub one out. Just rub one out. Because that way you ain't going there with all this anticipation whatsoever. You go in there and it actually puts you in a normal mode. Now, I don't have to do that because I'm in normal mode all the time. You know, but for guys who know they're highly anticipatory and they going out, oh, I can't wait to meet this person and whatever, and that's your thing, yo, you gotta rub one out, cuz. That's for a date. Now, if you just going out to chill with a female, and it's like, yo, this is what it is, and blah, 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 and you ain't really trying to meet nobody, you just going out to be social, you may not necessarily need to rub one out, but you still need to know that, yo, don't go out there looking for this Miss Perfect and all that craziness. I mean, if somebody jump off and she looking tight and all that stuff and bada bing, bada boom, then let that be what it is. But don't be like you got to go all in. You know what I mean? Because, again, you don't know her from a can of paint. You ain't know what she got to do. You getting all excited. Oh, how you doing? Oh, nice to meet you. I can't believe she's talking to me. Next thing you know, man, she out. She got to do. She just ain't told you. She might be in the middle of a breakup. Didn't tell you. She might have a crazy behind ex. She may be separated. Any of that. Now, on dating sites, it's the same thing if you want to do the dating site thing. Same thing. Women going to tell you what they want to tell you. They ain't going to tell you everything until later. So, look, man. To my man and to all dudes, be yourself. Do what you got to do. Put yourself in a position where you still control what you need to control. Never let your yamin put you in a position where you're doing something stupid. And you end up having a one-night stand with somebody and end up having babies. Because I know a couple dudes who done that and messed their lives up for 18 years. Had a one-night stand with a chick out of a bar, a woman out of a bar, didn't know it from a can of paint. Things slipped off where he just didn't put it on. Next thing you know, pregnant. Now he got to deal with a woman he don't even know for 18 years. Crazy, man. If you want to meet a woman, remember, if you're a very excitable person and you just, I can't wait to meet a person on a date, rub it out. All right, rub it out. Then go out with the rub out and then you cool. You know, knocked off the edge, you good to go. If you're just going out to hang with the boys or whatever, and again, you think you're vulnerable, I just got to have a woman whatsoever, rub another one out. Rub it out. Rub it out. Call it a day. Now, if you're just going out and hang with the boys and you just happen to come across somebody, then set that up for another time. Don't act like you rushing. Women don't like to be rushed, though they want to be rushed. I mean, women who looking to find somebody, but how you know whether she's looking to find somebody or not? You don't know until you start talking. When you start talking and find out what the sister's about or whatever the dealio is, that means, I see we're on the same level, blah, 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 okay. So next thing you do is, look, I came here with the boys. I want to consume a lot of your time. I know you with your girls or whatever. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to go over here and holler at my boss. And, you know, next time I see you, whatever. Or if you want me to take your number now, you want mine, you know, do it like that. Can I have your number? And don't do it. Don't do it. Keep the power in your hand. A woman respect the fact that you're trying to keep the power. You see what I'm saying? And you do maintain the power when you're not up there. Can I have your number? You give an opportunity to say no, 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 no. And women who just think they're too cute to be themselves, but they probably raggedy on the inside, they like saying no because that's what they do. Don't even worry about it. You'll find the right woman if you just cool. Because you can start to decipher. Yeah, something don't smell right here. And I ain't trying to rush up on it. Ba, 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 ba. All right? All right, so again, remember, never be in a heightened state of anticipation for a date, or never do it when you're just going out with your boy like, I got to meet this woman. If you're in that, rub it out. If you just meet somebody for the first time, and there's been many times I met somebody for the first time, I always went out like, all right, well, you know, we'll see, you know, blah, blah, blah. And most of the time, I'm like on dating sites. If I set up something with somebody. And the first thing I'm saying, well, man, they probably won't look like they picture or anything like that, who knows. So you don't go out there all crazy. You know, there's one time I did, she was once, I'm like, oh man, she hot again. And I met her, man, I'm like, I had all this hope all up for like 2-3 days, couldn't find out, man, the hope was unfounded. Take your time, be easy, keep the power, don't be begging, and you'll be just fine. And if you got to be by yourself for a minute, which for me saying that is crazy because I don't get down like that. I flow from right to the next. But if you want to do the can't quite flow right to the next and roll out dates like that, then just be yourself. And next time you find somebody when you're in position, do it that way. All right. But for the most part, man, the young man who asked me about the thing, you're in college, man. Concentrate on college. Leaving women alone. You know, just hook up with somebody to swing with, hang out with, study with. Do that. If y'all end up going somewhere afterwards, that's fine. Other than that, don't mess up your college career, man. Just don't do it. All right? That's worse than doing a one-night stand. Because now you're in college, you have college paid for. Your parents might have paid for it. You might be going to school, working jobs and all that stuff to pay for this, and all of a sudden you get somebody pregnant. That's a wrap. All right? So I'm out, man. Holla at your boy, Roger Real D Cool, giving you that thing about approaching women. You know what I mean? Remember, rub it out. If you that anticipate, if you just all hyped up, rub it out before you leave out. That puts you on a relax. You can chill. And then what else did he ask me about? I said it earlier, but I forgot. We're gonna stick with this for now. Dating, meeting somebody, men and women. I gave you examples, gave you situations. Keep the power. Just keep the power, and you'll be all right. Holla at your boy, Roger Real D Cool. I'm out. All right. Yeah, I said rub one out. Goodbye.